The Pittsburgh Penguins controlled most of the game, shots and scoring chances. Yet they needed a dramatic goal by Kasperi Kapanen just to force overtime after the New York Islanders scored a trio of stoppable goals. Just 31 seconds after Brock Nelson gave New York a 3-2 lead, Kapanen followed Jeff Carter into the offensive zone. A toe drag and hard wrister later, Kapanen, 1, scored, and the Penguins had new life. However, Jarry was beaten for a fourth time to the top corner late in the first overtime by Kyle Palmieri, 2, and the Pittsburgh Penguins lost what should have been a sure win, 4-3 in OT on Sunday at PPG Paints Arena. The Penguins' sloppy third period culminated in a pair of soft New York Islanders goals instead of a regulation victory. The Penguins' significant shot advantage evaporated just as did their lead. New York outshot the Penguins 13-6 in the third period. "We knew they would push, and they did," Cody Ceci said. "They made it hard to make plays." The first goal was supposed to be important, but after early pressure by the Penguins, New York got the opening tally. While 2-on-2, New York winger Kyle Palmieri cut laterally across the high slot. Palmieri, 1, whipped a hard wrister from the circle past Penguins goalie Tristan Jarry's ear. 1-0. The Penguins' ferocious backcheck pressure continued, and after a good forecheck, Frederick Gaudreau asserted himself. Gaudreau, 1, took the puck in the slot and ripped his wrist shot past New York goalie Ilya Sorokin. 1-1. "It felt good for sure. Trailing back from a goal and starting to play out that way," Gaudreau said. "We jumped on the ice and we heard the crowd and we have all those goosebumps and stuff. So that was really good to get out of the way." Sorokin was the surprise starter as Semyon Varlamov could not go. Varlamov practiced on Saturday for the first time in more than a week. The Penguins fired 18 shots on Sorokin in the first period, including a pair of shots on a late first period power play in which the Penguins kept the puck in the zone for the entire 2 minutes. Sidney Crosby led all players with 4 shots on goal. Early in the second period, Crosby scored one of those goals you'll talk about. You'll laugh about long after Sidney Crosby stops playing, in 20 years. After the Penguins created yet another zone possession and turnover, Crosby, 1, deflected Brian Dumoulin's point shot. But Crosby didn't just go to the net and do it normally. He did it one-handed through a defenseman who well covered him. Crosby took out his mouthpiece and let loose a roar that we could hear in the press box, even over the sound of thousands of fans. "I was just trying to get my stick on it. Didn't know which way it was going to go," Crosby said. But fortunately Dumo put it in a good spot. The Penguins put another 8 shots on Sorokin in the second period. Their momentum was blunted in part by center Jeff Carter, who took a 4-minute high-sticking penalty midway through the period.